Have you ever heard the saying, "What's meant to be will be"? Well, today's story is the perfect example of just that. It all starts with a mighty baron in the north of England, a man who was also a great magician. He could look into the book of fate and see the future. One day, he decided to check on his 4-year-old son's destiny. To his horror, the book revealed his son would marry a lowly maid, a baby just born in a poor house in York. The Baron was a man of action, and he wasn't about to let fate win. He knew the baby's father was struggling, with 5 children already. So he rode his horse straight to York, found the sad-looking father, and made him an offer. "I'll take the newborn girl off your hands," the Baron said. "You won't have to worry about her." The grateful father agreed, and the Baron rode off with the baby. But his plan was dark. When he reached the River Ouse, he threw the tiny girl into the water and returned to his castle, thinking the problem was solved. But fate, as we know, has other plans. The baby's clothes acted like a little life raft, and she floated down the river until she was washed ashore right in front of a fisherman's hut. The kind fisherman found her, took her in, and raised her as his own. She grew up to be a beautiful young woman, reaching the age of 15. One day, the Baron was out hunting near the river and stopped at the fisherman's hut for a drink. The girl came out to serve them, and everyone was struck by her beauty. One of the Baron's friends jokingly asked, "You can read the future, Baron. Who will this lovely girl marry?" The Baron, not recognizing her, scoffed and said he'd check her horoscope. He asked for her birthday, but she replied, "I don't know, sir. I was found here by the river 15 years ago." His old plan had failed, so he devised a new one. He called the girl over and said, "I'll make your fortune. Take this letter to my brother in Scarborough." The girl, unsuspecting, happily agreed. The letter, however, contained a chilling message. "Dear brother, take the bearer and put her to death immediately." On her journey, the girl stopped for the night at a small inn. That same night, a band of robbers broke in. They found no money on her, only the letter. The robbers' captain read it and felt it was a terrible injustice. So he decided to rewrite fate himself. He wrote a new letter. "Dear brother, take the bearer and marry her to my son immediately." He gave the new letter to the girl and sent her on her way. She arrived at the castle of the Baron's brother in Scarborough, where, coincidentally, the Baron's son was also staying. When the brother read the letter, he immediately arranged the wedding, and the two were married that very day. Imagine the Baron's shock when he arrived shortly after to find that the very thing he fought so hard to prevent had happened. But he still wouldn't give up. He invited the girl for a walk along the cliffs. Once they were alone, he grabbed her, ready to throw her into the sea. She pleaded for her life, promising to disappear and never see him or his son again. The Baron, thinking of a new impossible task, took off his gold ring, threw it into the ocean, and declared, "Never let me see your face again until you can show me this ring." And with that, he let her go. The poor girl wandered aimlessly until she found work as a kitchen helper in a great noble-esque castle. One day, a grand dinner was held, and the guests included none other than the Baron, his brother, and her husband. She hid in the kitchen, her heart pounding. Her task for the evening was to prepare a huge fish for the main course. As she was cleaning it, something shiny caught her eye inside. It was the Baron's gold ring. She cooked the fish beautifully, and it was a huge hit at the banquet. The noble host asked who had prepared such a fine dish, sent for the cook. The girl washed up, put the gold ring on her thumb, and walked into the hall. The Baron flew into a rage at the sight of her, but she calmly walked to his table and placed the ring down before him. In that moment, the Baron finally understood. He accepted her, introduced her to everyone as his son's true wife, and took them both back to his castle. And from that day on, they all lived happily ever after. A true testament that destiny always finds a way. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.